What's up, mobile gamers? It's Drons or Gigs. I'm going to go ahead and review the new season that's coming out because I know a lot of people are really concerned, especially about the arcade mode and all the new heroes and all that. So I'm going to go ahead and react to it and break it down for you guys and see how good the new hero is. I know a lot of people are concerned he's overpowered. So in my last video, I will say that the sound kind of got a little messed up during the gameplay. So this time, I'm just going to go ahead and do the captions until I can figure out what happened with the sound on my other video and how to fix it and all that kind of stuff. So sorry about that, but we'll just have the captions up for now. I do have the sound on very low, so hopefully we don't have any problems this video. But we're going to go ahead. I'm going to skip the character intro, and I'm also going to skip the ending ad piece because they usually have like a song or an ad or something at the very end. So go ahead and watch the original trailer on T3 Arena's channel if you haven't already, and then I'm gonna go ahead and be breaking this down bit by bit here. We've got the new hero Zero Kelvin. He looks really cool, really excited for him. Obviously you can see an ice hockey player from Canada, so there we go. So that's one of the things I'm excited for. If you saw that, his weapon here is actually very similar to Shell's. I think that's going to be very exciting. He's not going to have a super OP weapon. So if you look here, he does about 244 damage per second on his gun. So if you know anything about some of the new heroes that have released, we have Gatlin and Fort, and their guns are absolutely busted. They've had to be nerfed almost day one because of how strong they were, and we can see here that his gun is going to be maybe not worthless, but it definitely doesn't do near as much as some of the other guns from the new heroes in the Battle Pass or, you know, mid-season heroes that they've released. I also don't think that they're going to release a mid-season hero because of the fact that they released Vincent in the arcade system. I won't go too into that right now, but I do think the arcade system is absolutely bogus, and for any of you guys that are thinking it's pay to win, it absolutely is. So we're going to stick here with the new hero Zero Kelvin, and we're going to look at his abilities real quick as well, because they showcase these right here.
Snow and ice at will. Kelvin's main weapon is the Ice Blaster.
Yeah, you can see that doesn't really do too much. That snowball is definitely the key. You can see here they kind of stand behind it. In the character trailer, they do use the snowball to block a little bit of damage, and it can be destroyed. But that's going to be his main role as a tank, is to stay behind that snowball and use that to push up. So kind of the same way if you were to place a barrier with Fort or hold up your shield with Javali, that's going to be his main thing. So I know in the trailer that we're watching here, he hits it all the time, and he'll use it and spawn it, and then he'll hit it right away, and I don't think that's how you should be playing the character. He is a tank, and that's basically his version of a shield. His ultimate is crazy, and I'm very much looking forward to his ultimate in confined spaces or in control, but I do like that they kind of balanced it. So in an open area, it's not going to be very strong. So you can see how they thought of their past mistakes. I do think that the dev team is actually pretty good, minus the arcade thing. If you take the arcade out, I think this game is absolutely phenomenal. I don't think there's any pay to win at all in the game, except for the arcade system that they're about to introduce. So Zero Kelvin is really cool, really looking forward to that. Right here, we've got an Iris Sweet Snow skin. I'm really excited for this because I actually do play a lot of support heroes, so it'll be nice to get that skin from the Battle Pass, but they didn't lock that behind a paywall. Snowman KO Fizz, I'm pretty excited for that one. I like the KO Fizzes. This skin right here is absolutely incredible. I love the hockey mask and the hockey pads. It really fits. I don't know if most of you know this, but most of the good players in hockey are from Canada, just because that's like their nation's sport, the same way we have baseball and football and stuff like that here in the U.S. So this is really cool. Kind of reminds me of Kadri. He's a Canadian player who actually was on the Avalanche last year, so he had that snow kind of aesthetic going for him, and he went to Canada to play. So this is really cool. Really excited for this skin. We're gonna keep going
as well
here.
As a bunch of resources like TGMs, power cores, rumble boxes, and so much more.
The arrival of Zero Calvin has caused lots of trouble in the arena. His unstable equipment has caused the city to enter an ice emergency.
So, in our Season 4 events, we need you to fire
So
up
we've
the
been
ice
hearing about
and
this. This
bring
is
the
actually
city
technically
back
already
in
out.
line
You can
each
see
day.
the start of it was the liking everybody's performances. So we've already kind of started on that. I know I myself have already got the banner. So we're doing really good as a community on that. So props to all you guys that have been liking people's performances and stuff like this. I also know a lot of people are worried about all these new exclusive currencies and stuff like that. And I think it's going to be a lot simpler than it looks. We'll skip ahead here. The skin shards, that's really cool. Really looking forward to that. I do know that for a lot of people, like content creators like myself, already have all the heroes up to max level, and we've already got a lot of skins. But this Aletta skin is very cool. Looking forward to getting that. This event is awesome. I really like the way that they're putting this into the gameplay, but not in a way that's like gonna make you throw the match. You know, like that's right by the spawn. That one's right by a health pack, so you can really easily interact with these. So they didn't make it something that's going to impact your gameplay and your matches too much, but that you can still do even if you're not a very serious player. This event track's really cool. Probably talk about it more when it comes to the game.
Icefire emblems and star coins. When you fire up the entire board, you can collect a huge amount of star coins, key stars, Icefire emblems, and more.
Really like their star coins that they've put in here. That's a thing that you can get through the subscription system, and those are really cool. Oh, I also did a video on the Osa skin. That's the video I was talking about that has kind of a audio mishap in it, so some of the gameplay I'm not talking in it, but this skin's pretty cool. I myself am not very much of a ranked player, as I said in my last video. I am a college student and I do have a job, so I don't necessarily have all the time to be, spending all my money on this game or grinding ranked every day, anything like that. So most of the stuff that I do now is actually focused around making content for you guys. So go ahead and like and subscribe if you want to. That's not too big of a deal for me. I want to grow the channel, but not to make money or anything like that, just so I can help build the community and give you guys some videos that help you get better at the game and stuff like that. So not really excited for what they just showed, the whole sharing your stats thing. I think that's pretty mediocre. This right here is what we've all been waiting for. This is the new hero, Vincent. He is absolutely busted. He does have only like 2,000 health at max. Like when you first get him, he only has like 1,000. So he can be one shot by most heroes. But I really don't think that that's going to be a problem, because his spy toolkit, as they just said, you can chain this together. His active ability and his ultimate ability, you can chain those together. When you get a kill, it refreshes. And as you can see, this cane sword, he one-shots every enemy in this trailer and this showcase that they have here. And that is insane. I did the math for the arcade system. You're going to have to spend 150 to maybe 200, 250 around there to get this hero and all the resources that he comes with. And I'll be honest with you, it's pretty similar to Mech Arena. They have a new mech out who's about $100, and you get resources to level him up and stuff like that. So if you compare him to other games, he's pretty similar, but there's also the fact that pay to win stuff like this, and trying to get people to spend money on this gacha system is not something that a lot of players are okay with. I myself, I do like gacha games, and Black Clover Mobile is coming out. That's going to be sort of a gacha game. It's going to have that aspect to it. So I'm not the biggest fan of gacha systems when I don't have money, but I think think if you only spend your money on T3 Arena and you don't really spend your money on anything like, stuff for yourself, like pleasure items and stuff like that, I really think that those that are okay with spending $100 or so dollars are not going to find a problem with this. Your whales, they're not going to have too big of a problem with this, but for those average players, it's not worth it at all. I don't think you guys should do it. These skin shards are pretty crazy, but they're actually also pretty balanced. 60 skin shards for a legendary skin is not too bad, especially at the rate you get it. It's about the same amount of grinding as it would take for you to, buy the battle pass and, your monthly subscription and get that. So I'll talk about this a little bit real quick here. The skin for, let's see if it shows it. Yep, there we go. This Diggy skin is absolutely incredible. I can't wait to get this. I'm actually almost more excited to get the Diggy skin than I am Vincent. So I really like that they gave her a skin, but I don't like that it's within the paywall. I think the fact that it's inside the arcade system is bogus because, if you release this Aletta skin in there, if you put the Aletta skin in the arcade, I could totally see that because she's got like 8 legendary skins. But for Diggy's only skin to be in the arcade and cost almost $100 to get, because you do get that along with those shards and stuff like that, I think it's pretty ridiculous. I totally understand how you guys are totally mad about this. Saying totally a ton, totally, but this skin totally is awesome. I do like it. Hopefully it doesn't have what was wrong with the Dragonfire skin, the Dragon's Breath skin for her, where it's really loud and you can hear her coming from miles away. This skin right here is something I'm super excited for. I wouldn't say I main any particular hero, but the Sindri skin is absolutely something I'm going to get. Pretty disappointed with this balance change. I'll say that my personal opinion, I don't think that his abilities should be able to stack whatsoever. I think that's the perfect nerf for him. I think it makes his abilities and his ultimate skill based, and I think it really puts the emphasis on what you can do with a hero versus what the hero can do for you, and then you can actually be better at that hero. So he definitely, a lot of people are calling for a damage nerf, and I think if you nerf his gun, then you keep him the same with all his abilities. And I think that the ability nerf to just have one stack of each at one time instead of 3 of each would be absolutely huge. I think it would definitely, he'd still be definitely used in top play, but it would be very skill based. So if the player that's using him isn't good, then it's just not going to work. You know what I mean? So I think that would have been a better change, but I still enjoy the change. Just a slight nerf to him. I definitely think that this is going to be really cool. And it actually makes the skins worth more, if you can believe that, because now the people that look at you when you're playing with your friends and stuff, they can see your skins too. So you can also see your skin. It gives it a little bit more space, so it's not front and center like this. So I'm very excited for that. I know it's just a quality of life change, and a lot of people are still upset about the arcade system and all that, but the hero wish list also very awesome, very good. I myself have all of the heroes. I'm going to go ahead and pause it here and finish off the video real quick. So the hero wish list is absolutely incredible. I think you guys should all be taking advantage of this. I myself have all the heroes unlocked, so it's not too big of a deal for me, but I do see the way that it impacts the community, and I think that that is absolutely one of the best ideas that they have had. It definitely, just the fact it's coming back trumps the arcade thing 100%. I think that any of you guys that are looking to maybe spend a few bucks here and there, you get the battle pass and you subscribe monthly, and I think that's all you do, and I think that's plenty of resources to get all your heroes up and to get the passives and the ultimates. Stay away from the arcade unless you've got the money. I'm going to be spending the money just so I can make content for you guys. But I think if you're just a pocket change player, the arcade is a big deal, and it's something you shouldn't be doing. I don't think it's worth it at all. I can see why there's a lot of backlash, but I will say in T3's defense just once that it is similar to how some of the other games that are a little bit more popular are doing things, like Mech Arena, for example. So I do think that they're kind of in this middle ground. It's about the same as how other games are doing it, but it's also a pay to win aspect, and nobody wants that in their mobile games at all. I know I'm not a fan, especially because they made him so good. But I also think that it's a good thing that they made him good. I know a lot of people are like, okay, you're gonna have people pay to have a super OP hero. It's like, well, yeah, but then that hero won't be around very much at all. So you have to pay to get him, but very few people are actually going to pay the money to get Vincent. And those that do will actually be pretty good. And I think that if you have a lot of game awareness, you'll be able to spot the fake on your team and stuff like that. But as far as locking somebody that good behind a paywall, I think that's good because they will not get people to buy him unless he's good. And then it's just a waste of time to even release it. So I do think that it is a little bit good in the sense that at least the hero's not terrible, and those that use him will actually be able to have a high skill gap with him. Because remember, he is very squishy, the squishiest in the game. He can be one shot from one shot of Judix's rifle. So if you have auto fire on and he cloaks a half second too quick, because he does have the delay on his gun and his sword when he first comes out of invisibility, I think that if you can see him when he comes out of it just for like a half second and you have auto fire on, he's dead. So I think he's going to be not as strong as we think he is, but still overpowered, if that makes any sense for you guys watching the videos. But as I said again, don't waste your money on it. The only reason I'm going to buy him is because I'm going to make content on him. Hopefully maybe people will subscribe if I get him, but then again, that's just how the game goes. If you have the new hero and you're making videos on him, you'll probably get a little bit of traction going. But glad you guys could watch this with me. Hopefully all the stuff I've said has let you know not to spend a bunch of money on Vincent, and very excited for this season. I think this is going to be the biggest season ever. So you guys have a good one, and we'll see you when the season drops tomorrow. Bye.